大家好，欢迎来到今天的蜜蜂财富要闻澳股盘后。今天是2021年7月9号，我是助理分析师子熙。今天的报告内容包括行情咨询和市场扫描。市场扫描涵盖 ASX 一日表现和 ASX 仙股一日表现。下面让我们浏览一下今日的行情咨询。The stock's Yarra Capital will target if investors freak out. Deanne Hershen's Yarra Capital Management plans to dive into retail and consumer stocks during the coming reporting season, taking advantage of any weaknesses that emerge as big retailers cycle the spending boom from a year ago. Secondly, in today's news, Silk Logistics hits the ASX board. Shares in Silk Logistics have roared higher on their ASX debut. After raising $70 million in their IPO, the port-to-door tech business is now valued at about $75.8 million. As it happens, ASX falls 0.9% amid Sydney COVID blues. In summary, the ASX fell 0.9% to 7,273.3 points on Friday, as Sydney's worsening COVID situation casts a shadow. Global markets were already jittering amid doubts about the strengths of the economic rebound. 下面我们看到市场扫描 ASX 200指数今日收于7273.3点，单日下跌0.93%。下面我们看到今日 ASX 200涨跌榜涨幅前3名分别为 VEA 上涨 5.08%， TRN 上涨 4.76%， NWH 上涨 1.98%。跌幅前3名分别为 CSR 下跌 6.61%， WEB 下跌5.71%， ZIP 下跌 5.47%。成交金额排行榜前3名分别为 BHP 286亿澳元， CBA 253亿澳元和 CSL 226亿澳元。现在我们看到今日 ASX 仙股涨跌榜成交金额100万以上的仙股涨幅榜前3名为 RTR 上涨 12.87%， MYR 上涨 5.75%， 还有 PRN 上涨 4.76%。成交金额100万以上的仙股跌幅榜前3名为 IVZ 下跌 5.71%， SZO 下跌 5.47%， SPT 下跌 4.96%。今日的仙股没有成交金额500万以上的股票。
Of the top gainers in the ASX 200 today, in first place was VEA or Viva Energy Australia, which is up 0.8% today. Viva Energy Australia is one of Australia's integrated downstream oil companies. It has a market cap of $3.3 billion. It closed yesterday at $1.97 and closed today at $2.07. As we can see in the charts here, over a period of 2-3 years, it has had relatively slow growth, and has been relatively stable. Next is Perenti Global Limited, or PRN, in the materials industry. It closed today at $0.77 and gained 0.76% from yesterday. Perenti Group is an ASX 200 component and a diversified global mining service group with operations in open pit mining, underground mining, and mining support services. It has a market cap of 542 million Australian dollars. As we can see in the graphs, in recent years, Perenti has not been performing well. However, as we can see in the graphs, in recent years, Perenti has not been performing well, and this trend seems to be continuing. However, there is not very large drops and has been relatively stable over the years. Next up is NRW Holdings, or NWH, a capital goods company. It is headquartered in Perth, and it is a diversified provider of services to the civil engineering, mining, and construction industries, and has a market cap of 705 million Australian dollars. In these charts, as we can see in the recent year, it has been severely affected by COVID, as seen in March 21. And yeah, it has been very stable across the years with ups and downs throughout its stock history. Next, we will look at the biggest losers today in the ASX 200. First up is CSR Limited, and it is a materials company, and it dropped 6.61% today. CSR, an Australian and New Zealand construction products company, serves customers in Australia and New Zealand, providing building materials such as bricks and roofing bricks to commercial and residential buildings. And it has a market cap of 2.5 billion Australian dollars. As we can see in the charts, it has been in a constant uptrend in the recent 2 to 3 years. The next biggest loser today is Webjet Limited, or WEB, and it is in the retail and aviation industry. So Webjet is an online travel agency in Australia and New Zealand. It also has a digital travel business that spans the global consumer market, and it has a market cap of 1.876 billion Australian dollars. As we can see here in this graph, as a result of COVID last year, there has been a dramatic dip in its stock price and has ever since been slow to recover. The third biggest loser today is Zip, which is a multi-finance company, and it dropped 5.47%. Zip offers a wide range of comprehensive retail financial solutions and is predominantly in the buy now, pay later industry. And it has a market cap of 4.6 billion Australian dollars. As we can see in its charts, over the last 2 years, it has been experiencing tremendous growth due to COVID and the rise of the buy now, pay later industry. Next, we will look at the ASX 200 stocks with the highest trading value today. In first was BHP Billiton, or BHP, and it is in the materials sector. So BHP is a mining and oil and gas company with a lot of over 60,000 employees and spans across 25 countries. And it has a market cap of 145 billion Australian dollars. And as we can see in these charts, as it is a common blue chip stock, it has been performing very steadily and has been experiencing growth, constant growth over the past few years. Next is Commonwealth Bank of Australia, or CBA, and it is in the banking industry. CBA is a financial services provider including retail, commercial, and institutional banking. It has a market cap of 174.9 billion Australian dollars. As we can see in these charts, similar to BHP, as a common blue chip stock, has been experiencing growth and has since recovered from the COVID pandemic. Next is CSL, which is in the pharmaceuticals company. It's a specialized drug company dedicated to the development and delivery of innovative biotherapies. And it has a market cap of 125.3 billion Australian dollars. And as we can see in these charts, as a result of COVID from last year, it has been experiencing tremendous growth. Next, we will look at the biggest gainers of the penny stocks. In first place is Rumble Resources Limited, or RTR, and it's in the materials sector, and it is up 12.87% today. It is an Australian mining exploration and development company focused on acquiring promising exploration projects in Australia and overseas, and has a market cap of 350 million Australian dollars. As we can see, since May, it has experienced tremendous growth. However, historically, it has not performed very well. Another growing penny stock is Myer Holdings, or MYR. Myer is one of Australia's largest department stores with 67 stores across Australia, and it has a market cap of 378 million Australian dollars. Over the years, it is evident that the Myer stock has been in steady decrease, as can be accounted to the rise of online shopping and the decline of retail. Another growing penny stock today is Perenti Global Limited, which we have already discussed previously. Next, we'll look at the penny stocks that declined tremendously today. In first place is Invictus Energy, or IVZ. It dropped 5.71% today, and it is a company in the energy sector and has changed its name and code to Invictus Energy. It is an independent oil and gas exploration company focused on high-impact energy resources in sub-Saharan Africa. It has a market value of 96.5 million Australian dollars. As you can see in these charts, over the last 2 years, it has been experiencing some growth. However, in the long run, it has been very stagnant. Another big loser today is Family Zone Cyber Safety Limited, or FZO, and it is in the software and services industry. It dropped 5.47% today. It is a technology company focused on cybersecurity. It has a market cap of 264 million Australian dollars. As we can see in these graphs, as a result of COVID last year, it has actually experienced tremendous growth throughout 2020 and 2021. And another major loser today is Splitted Payments, or SPT, in the software and services industry. It fell 4.96%. It is a payment technology company that provides cross-border credit card installment solutions to businesses and retailers. It has a market cap of 263 million Australian dollars. As we can see in these graphs, over the last 2 years, its stock price has grown, however, has remained very steady over those 2 years. As previously discussed, there were no penny stocks that traded at a value higher than 500 million Australian dollars, hence we will not be discussing those today. These are the resources that I've used to gather information, and thank you for listening.